All right, guys. So with election day for the Virginia's governor's race coming up tomorrow, that has been a very, very, very closely watched race because of its implications for 2022. The Democrats have shown us who they really are, right, and how they think about parents, right? The parents of this country. They told you outright that, hey, you don't have any say, or you should not have any say in terms of what your kids learn in the classroom, and that this so-called culture war, right, the fight to preserve the foundation, the fabric of this country, is fake. It's all fake. Don't worry about it, right? It's trumped up, okay? It is phony, according to Barack Obama. And for whatever reason, right, the Democrats think this is a good strategy, right? Telling people that they should have a right and a say in their child's education, and that the things that they're concerned about, it's fake, right? They think that this is a good strategy, while at the same time campaigning off of fear of a guy that's not even in office anymore. Take a look.
Terry McAuliffe wants to make this about a man who's not on the ballot in Virginia.
Terry McAuliffe's campaign in Virginia is all about Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Trump. Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump. He keeps invoking Trump. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump.
Have you made this race too much about Trump?
No. Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Trump, Trumpkin. Do you know, Dan, this isn't about Trump?
Oh, man, I just find it hilarious how, again, their whole campaign is about Trump. Everything that's going on in Washington right now is about Trump. All CNN is talking about is Trump. All the Democrats talk about is Trump, but yet they try to tell people on the right that, hey, you guys are actually concerned about real issues, right? Trump's not in office. Trump literally has no power, right? No actual government power whatsoever, okay? The dude's not even on social media, but yet they're trying to tell people on the right that, hey, the things that you guys are concerned about aren't real, right? It's not real. Yeah, it blows my mind. But anyways, Juan Williams, who's a Fox News analyst. I believe he still works at Fox News. I know he was kicked off of the 5. But he wrote this column, this opinion piece in The Hill, in which he argues that parents' rights is code for white race politics. Again, a continuation of Democrats, liberals, continuously telling people that their concerns and their fears regarding their kids' education does not matter. As if, these parents who are standing up for their rights are only just white people. They're literally ignoring all of the black parents, right? All of the Asian parents, the Latino parents, all those parents I've outlined, I've showed you guys thousands of times on my channel that are concerned with critical race theory and what is going on in these schools. They're pretending that it's just a problem that white people have.
So I just put my children on the school bus, and I tell my children every morning that they can be whatever they want to be when they grow up as long as they work hard. What they're trying to start doing right now is teaching in schools that a system is designed to keep them down. And what everybody knows is that I did 15 years in prison. What everybody don't know is the story. The story is I was a black criminal, I had a black judge, I had a black lawyer, and it was a black prosecutor. That's 4 black men in different levels of life based off of the work ethic that they put in. I was a criminal, so I was on my way to prison. The black man was a judge because he had went to school and worked hard to become a judge. The black lawyer had went to school to learn how to be a black lawyer. 4 different black men. There was no white man holding us down. We was holding ourselves down. I held myself down. So critical race theory is wrong, just based off of that alone.
No. It's a actual problem that a lot of parents have across the racial spectrum. But if the left acknowledges that, then their argument falls apart. So therefore, they just ignore it and they just pretend like, oh, well, it's just a problem only white people have, right? But let's actually read some of this garbage that Juan Williams wrote in which he basically tries to argue that the culture wars don't matter and that parents' rights is just code for white such and such and such. Typical liberal nonsense. But Democrats think this is a good strategy. They think this is a good strategy. We're going to see tomorrow. After white supremacists spilled blood in defense of keeping up Confederate statues in 2017, the GOP candidate for governor of Virginia, Ed Gillespie, said the monument should stay up as a matter of heritage and history. His TV advertising featured threatening images of Latino gangs labeled illegal immigrants involved in murder and you know what. The racially loaded culture wars campaign, straight from then President Donald Trump's playbook, gave Gillespie a push, but he ultimately lost the race to Democrat Ralph Norton. Now, Virginia Republicans are back with a new and improved culture wars campaign in 2021. The closing argument is once again full of racial division, but this time it is dressed up as a defense of little children. The rallying cry is quote-unquote parents' rights. It is a campaign to stop classroom discussion of Black Lives Matter protests or slavery because it could upset some children, especially white children who might feel guilt. All right. I got to respond to this because, first of all, he's making an argument that, the Republicans are running on this new culture wars campaign, right? That they say doesn't matter. And it's full of racial division. However, when you actually pay attention to what's being said, right, in which, parents are opposed to critical race theory, they're actually saying, look, we're opposed to critical race theory because it creates racial division, right? So the Democrat argument is that, you guys are creating racial division because you oppose our racial division, right? Because the Democrats love racial division, right? Racial division is how the Democrats thrive. And the right has been saying over and over and over again, no, we don't want any more racial division, right? We're trying to get rid of that, right? The right, as I've outlined before, conservatives, again, they're the ones that seem to be on the side of equal rights for everybody, right? They want equal rights. But it seems that the left, they don't want equal rights. They just want special rights for certain groups of people. And when the right pushes back against that and say, no, we don't want special rights for certain group of people. We actually just want equal rights for everybody across the board. We want to treat everybody the same. We want a colorblind society, which, is supposed to be what was the vision of the civil rights movement, right? A colorblind equal society. They say that that's now racist, right? That is now racist, okay? And that is now causing racial division, according to left-wing big brains like Juan Williams here, right? And then they try to make up things and say that, parents are trying to ban the teaching of slavery. And that's just entirely not true. Nobody has ever said we don't want slavery taught. Everybody knows that slavery was an institution in this country that, did benefit wealthy white slave owners. Everybody knows that, right? But there's a whole lot of white people that didn't exactly benefit from slavery. Matter of fact, most white people in this country today did not benefit from slavery because they either were poor, right, and white during the time, or they're immigrants. They came after slavery. So again, trying to guilt a whole group of people on something that they were not involved in, they had nothing to do with, it's just wrong, right? It's not about trying to coddle white people's feelings or anything. That's not what it's about. It's about the fact that what you're saying is just not correct. What you're saying is just not right. And this reminds me of a video that went viral of a parent at Loudoun County School Boards. This is recent. That actually said that she had to take her 6-year-old out of school because she came home one day and asked were white people evil after a history lesson. Take a look.
My children are now in private school and are thriving. We had specifically moved chased out of LCPS due to the swift and uncompromising political agenda of Superintendents Williams, Ziegler, and the school board that have forced upon us. First, it was in early spring of 2020 when my 6-year-old somberly came to me and asked me if she was born evil because she was a white person, something she learned in a history lesson at school. Then you kept the schools closed for a year and a half despite the science indicating that it was safe for kids to return. And now you've covered then arrested, humiliated, and falsely accused her parents of being domestic terrorists. I wish I could return my kids to LCPS. Private school is expensive, and I want my kids to be able to walk home from school with their friends in their own community. I refuse to allow you to destroy our schools. They are not your schools, they are our schools. You all should be ashamed, and you should have the moral courage to admit you are wrong and step down.
Yeah, so again, all those issues that parent outlined, people like Juan Williams and the Democrats think, no, it's not a big deal, right? Oh, man, don't worry about the fact that 6-year-olds thinking that they are inherently evil, that they were born evil because of their race, right? Oh, that's not wrong. And just like they think that, well, it's not wrong for black people to believe that they are inherently inferior because of their race, right? Which is essentially what CRT kind of says, right? That's kind of what it says. So they don't think those things are wrong. But to normal people, right? Black, white, Latino, Asian, whoever, normal people, parents of races across the whole spectrum think that, hey, you know what? It might not necessarily be right to be telling people, right? Kids that they are inherently evil or inferior or superior to other people simply based off their race, right? Again, it's almost like the right, the conservatives are really on the side of the original vision of the civil rights era, right? That seems to be what's going on here, right? But we're being called racist because of that. It blows my mind, man. 2021. But yeah, for time's sake, I'm not going to read the rest of the article. You guys can read it yourself if you want to, but essentially he's just arguing that parents' concerns is just a racist dog whistle and that they're trying to ban any books or anything that makes white people look bad when, again, historically, we've always taught about slavery. We've always talked about Jim Crow. We've always talked about the civil rights era. But what these people want, like Juan Williams, they want explicit acknowledgement that white people are inherently bad. And right, and if you say, you know what, we really should not be talking like that, we shouldn't be saying that, you are a racist, right? Apparently, if you say that, right? That's essentially what it comes down to. But again, it blows my mind that these same people who claim that this is not an issue, that this is fake and phony, all they want to talk about is Trump, 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 Trump. In this same article that Ron Williams wrote, he mentions Trump probably at least 10 times. That's the most used name in the whole article. Trump. You're talking about Trump this, Trump that, Trump that. Trump is not in office. Trump is not in office. Trump does not have any real political power at this point. So why is it that the Democrats continues to focus on somebody who's not in office, but yet at the same side of their mouth tell people on the other side that they're focused on things that don't matter, when the things that they're actually talking about do matter? They affect their kids, their children, right? And in some cases, as you've seen in Loudoun County, can have some devastating effects. But yet, for whatever reason, the Democrats think it's a good strategy to dismiss the concerns of parents across this country, right? Because this is how Hollywood liberal elitism works. This is how it works. If you're not on board with their agenda, if you're not concerned about the things they tell you that you need to be concerned about, your fears are not real, they're made up, and you also are a racist, right? Doesn't matter if the parents that are actually speaking out against this, doesn't matter if they happen to include parents that are from all type of racial backgrounds, right? It's just a white person problem, okay? So, yeah, we'll see tomorrow. We will see if this was a successful strategy from the Democrats tomorrow in this Virginia governor's race. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.